Summer, and this is Angel Song, and this is The Dog Show. This week on The Dog Show...
And I'm here with the wonderful Bernadette Peters, who is actually a co-founder, right, of this amazing cause, Broadway Barks. So who better to tell us about Broadway Barks than you? So can you tell us a little bit about Broadway Barks?
Well, Broadway Barks, I started it 17 years ago with Mary Tyler Moore, and it was the first time that all the rescue groups in New York worked together. And, of course, now they work together all the time. But it was just important for people to understand how wonderful animals in shelters are and what great companions they make and how they bond to you like nothing else because they know they've been rescued. They know the difference. They do have memory. They know, I've seen it because I'm a rescuer myself, from how they are in the shelter, in the kill shelter, because we still, unfortunately, euthanize in New York because of space and different reasons. But slowly we're getting out of that, and that's my dream one day, is that'll end. But anyway, when they come from there, they understand that it's dangerous, and then they go to a rescue, which is another kennel sometimes, and they're totally comfortable, at peace, happy, they understand. So.
That is so wonderful. I actually have adopted 3 dogs of my own, so I definitely look up to you for that. And so what is something that you would say to somebody else who's interested in adoption but is just not sure?
I think that people think something is wrong with those dogs, and that's not true. A lot of the times, unfortunately, in this day and age, people come upon bad times and have to move, and they can't, wherever they're going, they can't take a dog with them. So now a member of the family ends up in the shelter. And these dogs are great dogs. Some of them are great family dogs. The great thing about going to a rescue is they've usually been there a little bit, so they know the personality of the dog, so they will match you up perfectly with a dog.
I think that is just so amazing because I feel like the dogs also know, they understand that they've come from a shelter and you've saved them and they're your family now. Do you agree with that?
Their family. However, how you treat them is how they're going to respond. If you make them, it's like your children. You know, what you teach your children, they will, go out and do. What you teach your dog is the same thing. And how you treat them, how you make them feel. If you make your children feel loved and special, they will just be calm and feel secure and feel wonderful.
Hi, this is Cher Hupster with The Dog Show, and we have...
James Monroe Eichelhart.
And what show are you from?
I am from Aladdin. I play the genie.
Oh, very cool. Well, we're so excited to have you here today. And who do we have here?
This is Nico. He is he's a Maltese and Dachshund mix.
Well, I have a Maltese, and they are great dogs. Are you a big animal lover yourself?
I'm a huge animal lover. Yes, I am. Oh, yeah.
So what is the vibe like here today? Are you having so much fun?
The vibe is amazing. I mean, people coming out, the Broadway fans coming out, and also supporting a wonderful group. These animals need homes, and they're cute, and they're wonderful, and they can also, they really help people. I mean, sometimes you just need to look down and just pet a little furry guy, and he'll be fine. He'll make you feel all better. That's how I feel about it.
Wow, well, we are so lucky on the Dog Show to have the Phantom from Phantom of the Opera here at the Dog Show. How is this? How are you feeling today being at Broadway Barks?
Oh my God, it's incredible. There goes Michael Urie. I mean, when you have this amount of people come together for such an amazing cause, the dogs are near and dear to my heart. I've had them my entire life, and I think my favorite quote is, I have a pillow that says, my goal in life is to be the kind of person my dog thinks I am. Remember that quote? So it's just amazing to save these little guys and big guys,
So you're a big animal lover.
I'm a huge animal lover.
Oh, well, good. Well, we're so happy to have you here today.
Oh,
so thank you so
thanks,
much.
guys. Adopt these guys. Look at Chiquita, Banana.
I love you. Okay, I'll tell you something. I love you. Love me. Adopt me now.
We are at the Adopt-A-Palooza for the Mayor's Alliance in Brooklyn, and I'm here with Bob. And Bob, you're from the Long Island Greyhound Connection.
That's right.
And this is Melody. Can you tell me a little bit about Melody, if she's housebroken, and what makes her a really good pet for a lucky soul?
Well, Melody, we just got 2 weeks ago from a track in Florida. She's a beautiful dog. She's very friendly. She's housebroken, and she loves to play. She's friendly with children and adults.
I feel like all these greyhounds are really well balanced, like emotionally. They seem, even though they come from like a track situation, they seem mellow. They like to cuddle. They like to relax, and they're good with children. So they sound like a ideal pet.
They call them the couch potatoes because that's all they do. They're definitely retired racers.
They're absolutely gorgeous, and I didn't know that such big dogs would be great for apartments, but because they're so docile, aside from having a couple of walks a day, maybe 3 if you have time, they're really amazing city dogs.
Yes. Matter of fact, New York Magazine rated them in the top 10 for dogs in the city.
That's amazing. And a little bit more about Melody. What makes her happy, and how can she make somebody happy?
She just loves to play. She loves her toys. Matter of fact, we have a toy basket at home, and every day she comes out and empties it, so she plays around.
So she's very young at heart, and she's
Very young
2
at
years
heart.
old.
She's 2.
And she's gorgeous. She's
Right.
absolutely
She's
gorgeous.
in perfect shape.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
This is Summer for the Dog Show at the Mayor's Alliance Adopt-A-Palooza in Brooklyn. And how lucky are we?
This is Rin Olson for The Dog Show. I'm here at the 2015 Masters Agility Championships at Westminster. This is Rue, who was adopted from the San Francisco ASPCA. Since 2014, the Westminster Kennel Club allowed mixed breeds to compete in the Masters Agility Championship, calling them All-American Dogs. Rue won Best All-American Dog in both 2014 and 15. She also won the 24-inch height category overall in 2014, placing second in this category overall in 2015.
I'm Dana Humphrey for The Dog Show. We're here with Howard Stern. Welcome, Howard.
Hi, good to see you.
Excellent. So why
Stand
North
over
Shore?
here so I can see.
Why North Shore League America?
North Shore Animal League America is a charity near and dear to my heart and my wife's heart. We love animal rescue. We love making people aware of a passion of ours, which is to get these animals homes. And we do a lot of adoption out of our home. And also what we're trying to do for North Shore is, and we've done pretty successfully, is raise a lot of money to build a whole unit of a cage-free environment for animals so that they don't have to live in cages. They can be free and roam, because especially with cats and kittens that we have, they have a tremendous amount of energy. You don't want to break their spirit in a cage. So we're trying to get that accomplished, and we're well on our way.
That's fabulous. Thank you for all you do for the animals. Has there been any kitten that's a foster failure that you could tell us about?
A foster failure. There are no failures. There are failures with people.
Right.
We've been very lucky. We do through North Shore, we do a very, very good vetting process. Because some people have a fantasy of what it is to have a pet, and it's not accurate.
Sure.
When you have a pet, even something as simple as a kitten, you got to clean that litter box. You have to take care of the animal if it needs vet attention. You have to be on a regular feeding schedule. You have to groom the cat. You know, Beth wrote a book to raise money for North Shore. She doesn't make any money off it, but we adopted a cat that we were told had 3 months to live. His name was, I named him Yoda. He was emaciated. He had been horribly abused. And they said his heart was bad. So we said, let him die in our house. Let him have a couple of good months. This cat started grooming and taking care of our foster kittens. And a miracle happened, honest to God miracle, where these vets all said that you couldn't even hear the heartbeat. The cat now has a full life expectancy, heart got stronger, was really one of these kind of love stories. And you see amazing things with animals, and we have this cat Yoda, and Beth's written a series of books, and I hope that everybody buys her new book, because it's for charity, and it's a great gift, and kids seem to love the book.
All right, thank you.
All
Well,
right,
paws
thank
up to you and to Yoda.
Hi, this is Summer and Angel Song for The Dog Show, and I'm here with Ed Martin of the Hartsdale Pet Cemetery. Tell us a little bit about this place.
Sure. The cemetery was started in 1896 by a New York City veterinarian. His practice was in New York, and this was his summer home. And so he would spend his summers here, and there was one particular summer day where a client came into his office who was very upset Her dog had just passed away, and she lived in an apartment, and she really didn't have many options. Really, the only option back in that day would be to just leave your pet out for trash, and she couldn't bear the thought of that. So Dr. Johnson took sympathy on her and said, well, I have this summer home up in rural Westchester County. You can bury your pet on my property. So they hatched a plan, and that's what they did, really without any big ceremony or anything. And anyway, Dr. Johnson was having lunch with a friend of his a few days later, and just casually mentioned this story over lunch. And his friend was a reporter for the New York Times, and he thought it was a great public interest story. So he wrote about it, and then, as they say, the rest is history. The phone started ringing, and the procedure was repeated a few times. And by 1914, things became a lot more organized, and the cemetery was incorporated. There was deed restrictions, endowments, and it became a viable cemetery after that.
Tell me about the oldest monument you have here.
All right, the oldest surviving monument it was installed in 1899, is from E.M. Dodge, and their pet Dottie was buried here that year, 14 years old.
So we see many sculptured monuments here.
There are many sculptured monuments. A lot of them were installed back in the earlier days. Many different shapes and styles of monuments, but probably one of my favorites is the doghouse that was sculpted for Buster and Queenie. There are people from all walks of life. There was just somebody here last week. His pet is Led Zepp, real rock and roll guy, one of my favorite bands too. And he was telling me that he had this tradition with his dog. I think it's Doberman Pinscher, where he would always drink a beer with his dog, and he's continued that tradition. When he comes to visit the grave, he comes here, has a beer with his dog. He's telling me, "I love that freaking dog," and then he leaves very quietly. So there's many people that celebrate their pets in so mets different ways, and that's what makes this place so special.
You have some famous musicians' pets here also, yes?
We do. One of the pet's owners is Gene Krupa, a famous jazz drummer from the 1950s, and his pets are Jerk and Susie that are buried here.
I'm Catherine Ernst for The Dog Show here at Citi Field at Bark in the Park. Before the Mets take on the Los Angeles Dodgers, some of their biggest four-legged fans have paraded around the field in hopes to bring awareness for North Shore Animal League America.
Thank you.